This is Cape Coast Town, one of the oldest cities of West Africa. It's been here and started developing in the 1800s. And looking at the left side, it's an old architecture built by British settlers. Yes, this is where they lived with their wives and children. And today, they've left. Some of them came with their wife from England and also still remarried or had children with locals. And today, the locals' children still live here. I'm going to drive through Cape Coast Town for us to have a glimpse of the town. So currently this is business as usual. Yeah. Here we go. I'm driving through town. This is Cape Coast Mall. That's the mall on your left. Tray-tied cars. It was recently introduced into the country. It used not to be here, but people find it very easy to ride in. They just jump into it and off they go. And the charges are relatively low compared to taxis, real taxis. So that's the mall. Yes, that's the mall. So this is airy to ride in this three-tire thing. We only knew that of India. We knew it was commonly found on the streets of India when we watched their films. Never did we know that one day we will also be using them here. But they are a bit dangerous. They are actually dangerous. At the same time, they are funny, right, to ride in. It's airy, you feel fresh air blowing all around you, and then at the same time, it's not the best to ride this in the highway. Yes. So up here, you see another big hall house built so many years back, and then the architecture on the left and on the right. Some are very old, have never been changed, especially the red one on my right. It stands as it used to be. And then the one up here too happens to be very old. Some have been rebuilt, others have remained. This is a modern one, has been remade. The others have remained as they used to be. This is a mosque built recently. This is an old house on my left. This is Cape Coast Town. This is Cape Coast Town. Cape Coast Pharmacy is this blue building here. So those who've been to West Africa, Ghana, on my left is an old building, yes. And there's another one, this wooden building on the left. Was built by the British and it's still the same. Interesting. And this on the right is also another one. All these wooden buildings were built in the 1800s and they have stood as they used to be. Some were also made of hard cement. Yes, and these ones on the right are all old building 1800s and they still stand to date. Interesting. Alright, now we've gotten to the Kotokraba. This is Kotokraba area. Okay, let's take the right turn so that I take you through the castle. I'm driving to the castle, Cape Coast Castle area. Now looking at the old brick house on my left, very old brick house, and that is how it stood since the 1800s. It's still the same. Interestingly, all those on my left are like that. Aren't they interesting? That's fine. I have to take my time to ride here, not to kill somebody. Now look at them. The castle is in the background. We will get there very soon. It's interesting. So all the buildings we see here, look at the architecture on the yellow house and this wooden house were all built by the British. They lived here in their numbers. And every day their descendants who happen to be in England still come around to pay visits to where their great-great-grandparents used to live. This is a warehouse that has stood here for centuries, still here. Getting close to the castle. Driving and filming is not the best, especially for this area. But there are little kids who will just jump from nowhere, and this is where they live. Yeah, very simple life. That's the castle in the background, Cape Coast Castle. From behind it is where I'm driving. Look at the windows. They have stood as they used to be. Can you imagine? I have to leave this road because I'll come back to film it properly. Let me park here in front of the castle. So here. Yes. This is one of the dangerous doors. Hey, nobody dared to come close to. So looking down there, let me zoom. You see the sea, the Atlantic Ocean at the tip of the castle. Now, let me. Tourist buses driving past. That's the tourist bus coming from afar. It's a taxi, very cute, it's very fuel efficient. That's why they prefer to use smaller taxis. Once you don't have any much luggage, it's okay. Just fit in. These are the taxis. That's cute. There's another tourist bus in the background. That's a library. And these are the old church buildings. Then behind the castle, look at the size and the strength of these castles. Now let me get close to the window. I really see wooden windows. That has not been tampered with. It's still as it was built. It's not been tampered with. Look at them. That is a typical tropical windows. I don't know whether it's same everywhere, but this is what we had in the past. This is a hole behind the castle that supplied slaves with ventilation. We will get into the castle tomorrow. So this is a source of air. It is not easy looking at this. All the human beings within the dungeons behind this heavy wall, this is the only source of light they had. This, where my finger is pointing at. There is another here. Behind this wall is a big hall into which our brothers and sisters were taken. I mean, it was so disheartening listening to stories from my great grandmothers it was so disheartening. They didn't know where their sisters had been taken to. All of a sudden, they were lost. And they followed the track of the strangers. I mean, these people were not known here. They just came into our bushes and then did whatever they wanted. They took away our children. So this was what happened. And yes, I'm getting to the gates of the castle. Now looking at this, it's a cannon. It has been used as a pillar. It's no longer useful. It has been used as a pillar. But look at the short, powerful cannon of those years. Look at it. This is a powerful cannon that sits right in front of the castle. There's another one over there. That is the gate into which officials entered. We will go in next week to have a full look at the castle. Now there are officials taking care of it. That is it. So I'm just giving you a glimpse of the Cape Coast Castle. Inside are horrible things to see. Okay.